All right, so it's time to answer or get your answers of the question of the week. And this was from the sports doctor. I'm going to give him full credit. He said to me, he said, Case, if you could play at any of the big schools, what would you play in football? Where would you play basketball? And where would you play baseball? And my answers were pretty easy. I recognize the schools, but football for me is easy. Notre Dame. I want to play with Touchdown Jesus. I want to play under the Golden Dome. You know, to me, it's the most historical of all the places. Basketball, I want to be with the Dukies, baby. I want to be at Duke, the Cameron Crazies. I want them throwing stuff on the court, going nuts. Duke is where it at. And baseball, just put me someplace in the SEC, like LSU. You got to love it. I want to play with the Brady Babineaus and the Billy Ray Dobinos of the world. Give me some Cajun stuff down south with those LSU Tigers.
You like it because it's warm, too. You want to play in February, you wouldn't be playing ball in 80-degree heat. I will take Ohio State. I will play at 110,000. The Buckeyes, Urban Meyer, moving the ball all over the place. I am a huge Notre Dame fan. Everybody knows that, but for me, they're a little bit irrelevant, and I'm not a fan of Brian Kelly.
Doesn't it trouble you that the biggest thing about Ohio State football is the band?
Dot in the eye. How about basketball? I'll play at Kentucky. I love the tradition of Kentucky. The facilities, Rupp Arena, Coach Cal is there. I'll run through a wall. And you know what? Keeneland Racetrack is right down the road. Perfect for the sports doctor.
And you'd probably run into the rest of the Kentucky starting five. They're not going to class anyway. So yeah, they'd probably be at the racetrack.
And as far as baseball, how about Texas? Warm weather. The Rocket, Roger Clemens went to Texas, national championships galore. Those are my three schools. But Casey, everybody chimed in, whether it's Florida State, Alabama. How about playing at Jordan Hare in Auburn? And nobody said Rensselaer Field in UConn.
Well, that's not actually true. Adam Cormier, the UConn graduate, said he wanted UConn in all three, as did Evan Grogan, the monkey. He said all three, too. You know, mostly we got Alabama, USC, Notre Dame for football with some Michigan, Wisconsin. But I like Bert, who said, you know what, I want to go back to the Roger Staubach days at the Naval Academy and be a part of that Army-Navy game. Or Matt Pompriant, the great pitcher from Norwich, said, I want to go to Colorado. I want to run out with those Buffaloes, run out with a Buffalo onto the field.
Better be behind him.
That was really good, and and Billy Ruggieri said, "Bring me to Va Tech." He said, "If you haven't seen how Va Tech gets onto the field, it's the best entrance in college football."
And we had UCLA, we had Indiana for basketball, and my second choice too, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Why not playing at Kansas? But so many good things. You will never catch the sports doctor playing college basketball anywhere in the state of North Carolina. UNC, Duke, Wake Forest, NC State. Tobacco Road, not for this guy.
You know, I understand that, and I like where you're going with it, but a couple of people mentioned some places we hadn't thought about. How did Georgetown not make the list in basketball? And Mrs. Voice of Game, they said, what about Syracuse? I want to play in the Carrier Dome in front of the sea of orange. But baseball was the widest of all of them because not a lot of great baseball schools. I like what Mike Bassetto said. He goes, anyone will take me. I'll play baseball for anyone who'll take me, but let's make it warm. Oregon State, beautiful area, got some play in baseball. And then your usuals, Arizona State, right, Texas, and the Southeastern Conference. But for Texas A&M baseball, they chant ball four every batter until the pitcher throws a strike. It's one of the most outlandish things ever. Plus, they're the Aggies. That was my grandma's name, so I like the Texas A&M.
And somebody who's very misguided out there mentioned something about Wesleyan? Wesleyan baseball? Wesleyan's a baseball team?
Where did you play college baseball, sports doctor? Wesleyan Cardinals, baby. And I'll tell you what, 1994 College World Series, we got beat by a guy named Jared Washburn who went and won a World Series with the Angels. So
rally monkey, Jared Washburn, beating up on Wesleyan, Casey. Fans, we loved all the responses out there. Keep them coming in. This is a lot of fun. And this segment is for you guys. We appreciate all of it.
So stay tuned. Another Casey and the Sports Doctor will be coming your way shortly. And as always, we want to say thank you. Family First Life, our sponsors here on Casey and the Sports Doctor. Stay tuned. A game day challenge is coming up. And let's hope you and I can stay upright.